welcome to the next Motivating Mum Google Hangout. I know this is going to be a little bit freaky and a little bit scary, but this one is on Christmas marketing for your products. Because yes, we're already there. And obviously we need to get started now, because if you wait until September or October, you're probably going to be behind everybody else. And you may have the best of intentions, but you may not even get all of your Christmas marketing up. So that's why we're getting it started early this year, so everyone can be ahead of the game and you can make as many Christmas sales as possible. So the person that I chose to present today is Kath Connell from Wholehearted Marketing. I've asked Kath to present because she not only is one of my great marketing peeps, but she also has run a product-based business herself. So she's got a brilliant understanding of how to market your products for Christmas from both sides of the coin. So without further ado, I'm going to hand you over to Kath so she can share her words of wisdom. Take it away, Kath.
Hi, Ellie. Hi, everyone. It's good to be here today. So I'm Kath from Wholehearted Marketing, and I run an online marketing community hub, as well as helping people with their marketing strategy and planning, and I particularly work with small wholehearted businesses. We're going to move on to Christmas marketing, which is terrifying for me because now that I'm not running a product business anymore, Christmas can still be miles away, but it's not now. So I'm just going to switch over to my little slideshow. And here we go. So, planning for Christmas. Yes, it feels like ages away, but everyone is actually thinking about it at the moment. Retailers are thinking about it, customers and the media, so you need to be too. So this is just what's going on right this second. The toy sales happened in July, the big box toy sales like Target, they've already happened, so a lot of people have already bought some of their big ticket items. The trade shows have also happened, so if you're wholesaling, retailers are ordering now for Christmas. And coming just up, the mainstream magazines are actually preparing their Christmas issues, and some of those can come out in early November, so we really do need to be onto Christmas straight away. So I've put together a bit of a calendar of what you do when, coming from now, and I mean now. So if you're wholesaling your products, you really need to be in touch with your retailers straight away. Even if you didn't do a trade show, it's still worthwhile getting in contact with them and making sure that they've got adequate stock secured for Christmas. If you're a retailer, you also need to be a retailer. You need to be in touch with your suppliers so that you've got enough stock for Christmas, and that needs to happen during August. As you will also probably need to start preparing your press releases if you're going to be hitting any of the mainstream magazines for gift ideas. In September, you need to be actually sending those press releases out to the mainstream magazines geared to Christmas gift giving. I also highly recommend signing up to Source Bottle, which they have a lot of call-outs. So the journalists are looking for call-outs, and we'll cover that a little bit later. And also working really hard at preparing your social media strategy. So if you're going to do a theme or something like that, you need to be doing that in September. In October is when all the gift-giving stuff actually hits the stores. So it's a good opportunity to remind your customers of how you can help them solve their gift-giving needs. It's a lot better to buy from a small person than have to go shopping in a big box mall and all the stress that's involved. So remind them of all of that. And then start a general Christmas is coming social media campaign, you know, the 100 days to and all that sort of stuff. In November, you're really full on in your social media campaign. You need to be constantly reminding people of what it is that you offer and how you can help them. Also, your email database is your gold. They're already your customers, so make sure that you're reminding those. And so have that all planned and ready to go. And make sure that you're following up with your retailers if you're wholesaling so that they've got enough stock. And of course, December is all your last minute gift ideas and any last order and postage details so that you can make sure that people get things in time for Christmas if you're sending them out.
And Kath, I will just interrupt there quickly. We've got a few people on the call now.
Yep.
Just to remind them, if you're watching this on Google Hangout on your computer, there is Q&A that you can pop your questions into for Kath during her presentation, and I'll be asking those of Kath. If you're accessing them on your handheld device, we gave you the link for that in the email, then you can also ask your questions under there, and I will be checking those for you as well. So everyone, feel free to send in your questions for Kath as well as she's talking.
Absolutely. Okay, so how to engage your customers? The first thing that you're really doing is solving their problem. Christmas is a busy time. It's a time when we really care about what we're giving our loved ones. It is also can be a time of great stress. And Christmas shopping can be very challenging. So as a small business, you offer some fantastic advantages over some of the bigger ways of shopping. So you need to communicate with your existing customers, those people on your database, those people who are part of your social media communities, exactly how easy it is to shop with you. So the first way to do that is to give them great ideas. If you have a blog, having various blog posts with Christmas giving ideas, all that sort of thing can be really useful. And it's great to cross-promote some of your business colleagues as well who have got product businesses, and hopefully they will help you, that you will help them. So you can give them even more ideas of great ideas for Christmas, because you're not going to be able to help everybody with every gift that they need. I love the idea of helping them drop the hint, especially when you've got really engaged members of your community. They love your products, and I can guess that their parents and their sisters and your partners and everyone like that would love to give them something that they really want. So if you can work out a way to drop the hint, I think that would be really useful. So it might be, even just a little graphic that they can, in an email that they can just send to their partner and go, I'd really love this. Pinterest is another really good one for that as well. Highlight the benefits of shopping online, or at your market stall or in your shop, compared with the big shopping malls. So there's no queues, there's no bad parking, you don't have to take your kids with you. All of those sorts of things can be really highlighted as a great advantage for shopping with a smaller business, and especially with you. And if you can also offer gift wrapping and parcel delivery direct to interstate relatives and that sort of thing, that can help them out a lot. I put down at the bottom here, just to be realistic, not every product out there is ideal as a Christmas gift. And so if you feel honestly that it's not an ideal Christmas gift, there might be a few people. By all means, do a bit of Christmas marketing, but concentrate a lot of your other marketing efforts at other times of the year. So if you've got prezzies for mums of newborns, or you've got a lot of winter products or something like that, it may not be that your products are ideal for Christmas gifts. Okay, the next tip is be everywhere, because there are so many messages as we lead into Christmas that the chances of actually getting through are a lot harder. So the first place to do is to love your community. These are the people who have already come on board and told you that they love what you do and they love your products. So make sure that they're aware of any new products and any specials that go on. And that's where having built up your email database would be really important. And also making sure that you put it out in social media. So Facebook ads and things like that can be a really good way of doing that. Ensure people hear about you in more than one channel. So you need to get that cut through. So if you're saying exactly the same thing across email, social media, your blogs, and in any gift guides or any other advertising that you do, they will actually get that it's you and you've got their solutions that they need. Which leads on to the next point, which is keeping those messages and branding consistent. It's a great idea to choose a theme for your Christmas campaign, and you'll notice that most retailers do have that. They will have a certain colour scheme, they will have words that they use, all that sort of stuff. So that can be really good, and that can then add a consistency right across all of your marketing strategy for Christmas. And the other thing to do is encourage social sharing. So obviously when you've got your existing community, it's great if they can actually then share that with their friends as well. So being able to have your theme-related posts and that sort of stuff, add those into your social media with some fun Christmas stuff as well, so you're not just constantly selling as well, and they're the posts that will be more likely to get shared. Okay, the next area that I've got that I think that a lot of people overlook is those difficult to buy for people. If you have something you can offer people that is going to solve their difficult to buy for person problem, you're on a winner. So teachers, grandparents and aunties and uncles, people who have everything, teens, men in general. My dad is definitely one of those difficult to buy for people. If you offer products that actually help solve that, make sure you promote that. You know, everyone wants to get something really special for the people that they love, and a lot of people hate having to resort to the gift card option. So the other thing is you can also suggest to people that they group together to buy a present. We do this a lot with the school, with our teachers, and several parents or even the whole class will actually group together to buy a single present for a teacher that is something that they really want and that they will really value. So that's an option as well. Okay, back to engaging customers. I wonder what happened with there. Anyway, the next thing I really suggest with this is actually giving people the opportunity to experience your products in the real. So if you conduct your business mostly online, it's a great opportunity to actually get out of your spare room and get out into the real world, so that people can actually look and see and test and try and handle your products, so that they can actually see how great they are. So one of my friends does this really well, and she actually invites customers to a private shopping event. They hire a space and they take all of their stock, and then they actually invite everybody around. It becomes a really great community building event as well as a private shopping event. So they run an online store. The other option is to take advantage of any pop-up shops that are going on, any school fairs and markets. There's a lot of events around, so you want to make sure that you're actually getting ones that are the good ones, and sometimes those markets can be a little bit more expensive, but they can be well worth it if you've got people there who are ready to buy and you've got hundreds and hundreds of people. So that's a really great way if you're running an online business. Okay, moving on to the next bit is should you invest in advertising? I'm not a big believer in advertising in small business, just because advertising works on repetition and just seeing things constantly and everywhere, and most of us just don't have the budget for that. So here are some alternatives to advertising so that you can actually get the best out of it. And I'm thinking mainly, you know, if you've got online advertising or magazine advertising, some of those can be really expensive. So the first thing is email, and making sure that you actually start with the people who are already part of your tribe. They have already said that they are interested in what you offer, so make sure that you've got that your message is going out to them fairly regularly at that time. Normally you might only email them monthly, but sending weekly or fortnightly emails is probably okay, especially if you've got some really good stuff to share with them, some really good gift ideas, any specials or anything like that. Social media, I know that there's a lot of pressure on everybody to do everything, to pick all the platforms. Just pick 2 or 3 of the ones that you work best in, that you've already got a good community with, and do them well. If you've got, obviously products are very visual, so Facebook, Instagram and Pinterest can be particularly good for Christmas gifts, and you can set up your own gift ideas, gift guides and things in Pinterest, and have competitions in Instagram, anything like that that actually breaks it up and makes people engage with your products and your gift ideas and share them with their friends. Blogger outreach. Bloggers always love showing off new products because it makes them feel like they're in touch with the world and that they're onto the cool stuff. So if you can actually set up a giveaway or a review, that would be a really great idea. You probably want to get onto that sooner rather than later. Be prepared to pay a fee for your bloggers. Most of them do charge an amount for that, and they are putting their time and energy into that, so do make sure that you reward them in some way for that, as well as the products that you're giving. Gift guides, I don't know how many are around anymore. They were very popular when I had my business. But choosing a good gift guide is a lot cheaper than mainstream magazines, and often they have some fantastically targeted reaches. So make sure that it is one that is exactly right for your target market, and if it is got a really good reach, a really good target for you, invest in the ones that are perhaps are a little more expensive to do, but are going to give you the greater value. And with any marketing spend, make sure that you're actually measuring whether you're getting the return on it. I've got a few more ideas on the next one. Media is a great thing for Christmas, especially if you've got lots of really gorgeous photography. So being able to dip in around Christmas time, a lot of the magazines are looking for Christmas gift solutions because that's what they do. And you've got as much chance as anybody else of being in their selection. So make sure that you've got your press release related to Christmas gift giving solutions. And if you're struggling with writing a press release, outsourcing it is definitely worthwhile. That is one thing that is worth investing some money in. So the journalists are always looking for these ideas. They'll often do the call-outs on SourceBottle, which I mentioned earlier, and they will do those right up until the last week before Christmas. So if you've got everything ready to go, you've got your photos ready, you've got an answer and how you solve the problem, then you've got it ready to go and you can jump on any SourceBottle call-outs as they happen.
And sorry, Kath, I'm just going to jump in there because I know with SourceBottle often a lot of people are all applying for the same call out.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips or anything of how people can reply to help themselves stand out, to stand out from everyone else in the call out, anything like that?
Look, the best way obviously is to already have a relationship with a journalist. But if you don't have that existing, you do need to make sure that you're totally relevant. A lot of people will go, oh yeah, I can be in that, I can be in that, I can be in that, but they're actually not solving that journalist problem. And at that time of the year in particular, journalists will always be busy, but at that time of the year, you really do need to make sure that you are exactly meeting what they're looking for. Having everything in one single document that you can add in SourceBottle is really important because there isn't the option to add multiple things. So having your press release and images and everything ready for them to then contact you for the high-res images, it helps a lot too. Does that answer your question?
Yep, great. Thanks, Tommy.
Cool, no problem. Okay, so the next one is Facebook advertising, and I definitely put Facebook advertising as a separate category from normal advertising because it's unlike a sort of scattergun approach where it's really hard to target exactly who you're trying to reach. Facebook advertising can do that really well, and the more targeted you are, the less it actually costs you. So having a really good idea of how to do that and set your target market is a really useful skill to have. I recommend starting first of all with your own community. Now we all know that Facebook feeds don't always share what you'd love them to share with your community, and that people often miss out on your information and your posts. So being able to spend a little money every now and then to target your own community is a really good way of ensuring that they see what you actually want them to see. And you can try even just little amounts. It depends on the size of your community, of course, but the larger the community, then the larger the chance that your advertising budget can be anyway. Actually try a campaign and see if it works first. And then if it's not quite working, you're not getting the engagement that you actually wanted, then you can try another one. And Ellie's probably more of an expert on Facebook advertising than I am. Once you've got your own community engaged, you'll get a lot better natural sharing and organic reach. But then you can also spend that on trying to get some targeted reach to people who are not part of your community as well. So it's just worth experimenting with and seeing what gets the best thing. And you may need to spend a little bit more at this time to ensure that you are promoting your products. As I said, ensure that you mix it up with some fun Christmas stuff as well. You don't need to pay for that, but that will actually help keep you and your business top of mind, and will probably keep you actually showing up in people's news feeds. The last one is the most powerful, of course, is word of mouth. So letting your friends and your networks and your customers spread the word about what you actually are selling is really good. And, you know, often we don't even tell our friends that much about what we do because we don't want to feel like we're selling to them. So just letting them know, hey, I've got this really cool products, and if you know anyone that might be interested in that sort of stuff, just share it with them, please, because, you know, it's Christmas and we need to get out there. And people will ask people will respond to you asking to them, especially at that time. So it is the best form of advertising, and make sure that customers who have already got your products are encouraged to spread the word as well. And there are lots of ways that, based on the things that we've already talked about, that can do that. And that's pretty much it from me at the moment. I'll come back and say hello to you in person again. Hello.
Beautiful. So I'm going to just ask if anyone has any questions, if they wanted to post them now, and I'm going to keep an eye on that. And I'm going to start with a question as well, Kath. Just on the sending out press releases, what's your recommendation as far as how do they submit it, how do they follow up? What are your sort of tips in relation to that?
Look, the first thing is to actually make sure that even if you're sending out anything physically, that you do it via email as well, because most journalists, they live and die by their inbox. And once you've done that, is then actually attempt to follow them up. Now, I'm not going to guarantee that that's going to work. The best way really is to have formed a relationship with a journalist beforehand. But that takes time, so you can't do that. And following them on Twitter and in other areas of social media and interacting with them is a really good way of doing that. Just finding the right person can be really, really tricky. But I wouldn't recommend sending samples at this particular time of the year unless they're requested, because you're just going to end up lost in the quagmire. So I would actually sort of say, look, I'm willing to offer samples. There's certain magazines that also have giveaways and competitions, so offer that by all means, but don't go sending them anything straight away. I've learnt that one the hard way. And yeah, just trying to get through to them can be really tricky. So I would send them a follow-up email first of all and say, hey, did you get that? And then if you can follow up by phone, by all means. That's not always an easy thing to do. And then if they haven't gotten back to you, just let it go. Because if they are truly interested, they will get back in touch with you.
Perfect. Beautiful. I'm just going to have a quick check for questions. I think you've pretty well covered it, Kath. There's absolutely no questions. So
oh my goodness.
either people can't figure out the questions side, or but what people can do is if they have a question afterwards, they can go to your Facebook page and ask you, maybe, Kath?
Yeah, absolutely. I have a Facebook page under Wholehearted Marketing. And yeah, feel free to send me a direct message or pop it up there on the wall. I don't care. If you've got one question, then I'm sure other people will, and you know, I'm quite happy to help you with that.
Great.
Yeah.
And just to finish up, just let everyone know sort of what services do you offer? How do you help people?
Okay, so Wholehearted Marketing has been set up as a community, and the idea is that you pay an annual membership fee, and included in that is pretty much the whole online experience. So we've got a resource centre where I actually put up lots of the best stuff that's out there. Now, not all of it's free, but a lot of it is like opt-ins or fairly low-cost products, because there's so many people doing amazing marketing resources out there and you don't always know where to find them. And you certainly don't know which ones are the good ones until you've actually experimented. So I've got that resource centre. I've also started writing some training programs. We've got one running at the moment about branding your business based on you and how to do that. And it's a real overall sort of the nuts and bolts of demystifying marketing for small businesses. We're also going to be having events and meetups and lots of fun things like that. And that's for a single annual fee of $195 a year. I also do one-on-one consulting and group workshops as well. So, and those details are on our website if that's something that is more appealing to you.
Perfect. Beautiful. Well, and just to also finish up from this end, for any of you guys that do wholesale to retailers, at Motivating Mum we do a retail contact service for mums that either don't have the confidence in calling stores or don't have the time and energy. We actually can do it for you. We can do part or whole of the process, so we can research the stores, or we often have a lot of the stores already because we already do the service. We contact them, we can send out your order forms and information, we can follow up on those, and we can also do client maintenance, which is calling and checking in with your current clients just to see how they're getting on, and you know, whether they want to reorder, etc., etc. I know that we can get so busy that often we will just put that off every single day, and before you know it, you haven't recontacted your current clients for a year. So that's just something we're doing.
An amazing service, Ellie. I just wish we were doing it when I had my business.
Sorry, I'll go back in time and I'll launch it.
No, that's fine.
So if anyone is interested, we do it. You know, flexibly. We can do an hour here, we can do 3 hours there, we can do set hours every week, whatever you want. If you want to put it on hold for a couple of weeks because you know you don't have the money, you can do that. So we're happy to work with you guys just however and in whichever way you need. So thank you very much firstly to Kath for being on today, and hopefully everyone freaking out about Christmas will now feel that little bit more like they've actually got some confidence and they've got something to go on with. So thank you very much for that, Kat.
Cool. That's my pleasure. Then I can go back to ignoring Christmas again.
Yeah, exactly. And also, as always, a big shout out and thank you to my lovely Google Hangout girl, Anita, who runs this pretty much from woe to go for me. I don't have to do anything except for turn up today and ask a few questions of the speaker, so it's brilliant. So if anyone wants training in Google Hangouts or they would love Anita to run your Google Hangout for you, then please see her. She's fantastic. So say hi, Anita.
Hi, Anita.
Hi. Thank you, Ali. It's a pleasure.
Beautiful. And what's the next date? I can't remember, Anita. September the...
Oh, it is... Oh, hang on. It doesn't say a date.
Oh, we haven't written it in yet.
But it's with Tanya.
It's sometime in September anyway. And this one's going to be all about creating content when you really don't feel like writing or you're not a fan of writing. So this is going to be a really good one. Probably also will go hand in hand with Kath's recommendation about your social media plan for Christmas. It'll be some really great ideas on creating content for social media around your business. So we'll send out an email on that one when we have the date confirmed. So that's it from us, guys. Thank you very much for being online, and we'll see you all next month. Bye.
Thanks for listening to me. If you think that you would love to know when my next video comes out, you can. Just subscribe here or here or here or down there or somewhere around here. You'll see the subscribe button. Hope to see you again. Bye.